Emotional endurance, the strength to feel everything and still keep going. There is a kind of strength nobody applauds. No medals are given for it. No one sees it in the gym. No one posts it on social media. It is the strength to wake up with a heavy heart and still get out of bed. The strength to feel disappointed without becoming bitter, to feel afraid without allowing fear to make every decision for you. This strength has a name: emotional endurance. Most people think strength means not breaking, but real strength is different. Real strength is breaking and learning how to rebuild yourself, because life does not always destroy you with one massive event. Sometimes it wears you down slowly. A difficult conversation, a painful memory, a failed opportunity, a relationship that changed, a future that no longer looks the way you imagined. One emotional weight after another, and eventually you begin to wonder, how much more can I take? But here is what nobody tells you. Emotional endurance is not the ability to feel nothing. It is the ability to feel deeply, without allowing every emotion to control your identity. You can be sad without becoming sadness. You can be angry without becoming anger. You can be afraid without becoming fear. Your emotions are real, but they are not always permanent, and they are not always instructions. Fear may tell you to run, anger may tell you to destroy, pain may tell you to give up. But emotional endurance gives you something powerful: a pause, a small space between what you feel and what you do. And sometimes that space is where your entire future is decided, because the strongest person in the room is not always the loudest. Sometimes it is the person silently fighting battles nobody knows about. The person who could have become cruel, but chose to remain kind. The person who could have given up, but decided to try one more time. The person who is exhausted, but refuses to let one painful chapter become the entire story. That is emotional endurance. But endurance does not mean carrying everything alone. Even the strongest minds need rest. Even the strongest hearts need support. You are not weak because you need to breathe. You are not weak because you need help. You are not weak because you sometimes fall apart. A storm does not become less powerful because it eventually passes, and neither do you. Every time you survive an emotion you thought would destroy you, you learn something. You learn that pain can be intense without being eternal. You learn that fear can be loud without being right. You learn that your current feelings are not the final definition of your future. And slowly, something changes. You become harder to destroy, not because life becomes easier, but because you become more familiar with the process of rebuilding yourself. So when life becomes heavy, do not ask yourself, how do I stop feeling this? Ask yourself, how can I move through this without losing myself? Because emotional endurance is not about becoming emotionless. It is about becoming emotionally flexible, strong enough to feel, wise enough to pause, brave enough to continue, and patient enough to understand that sometimes survival does not look like winning. Sometimes survival looks like getting through today, and sometimes getting through today is the beginning of everything you will become tomorrow. This is the human code, and emotional endurance is the quiet strength of continuing, even when your heart is tired of carrying the weight. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.